I never thought that one of my favorite game developers would be a studio that solely focuses on remaking games. And then Bluepoint Games came into the picture. As you probably know, Bluepoint Games excels at remaking and remastering games. You probably know some of their titles like the Uncharted collection on PS4, the recent title Shadow of the Colossus on PS4, and of course the PlayStation 4 version of our favorite Vita game, Gravity Rush. However, the exciting news of today is that Bluepoint Games in a recent interview said that their next game is, of course, another remake, and it's even bigger than Shadow of the Colossus on PS4. Now this is pretty exciting because, as you know, Shadow of the Colossus is one of the best looking video games ever created. Seriously, it's breathtaking on PS4. If you haven't been able to play it, you should definitely get to that as soon as possible, and especially if you never played the original. The game is fantastic. Bluepoint Games did a fantastic job of keeping the original creator's vision while making the world feel much more grand in scale. So this really has me wondering, what could Bluepoint Games be working on? Is it another PS4 exclusive? Is it going to be on all platforms? Are we finally maybe going to get that Mass Effect trilogy on current gen platforms? Seriously, where is that trilogy? It's one of the best gaming trilogies of all time, and it's still not on PS4. It blows my mind. And while yes, I really did like Andromeda, it put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, so I think releasing the original trilogy on current-gen platforms could do EA some good considering how people look at that company. EA, seriously, get on it. There's all sorts of possibilities. With the recent success of Crash Bandicoot, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another platforming legend make their way to current-gen platforms. I think you know who I'm talking about. Aside from that, there really isn't much else to take away from this. It just gets me really excited. Bluepoint Games has slowly become one of my favorite developers, and like I said, that's really interesting considering the fact that they haven't actually created an original IP in quite some time. I'm not the only one who thinks this. They're slowly moving up in the ranks. I see on Facebook and traditional video game websites, Bluepoint Games is all over. People are just wondering, what could Bluepoint be working on next? I think this is really cool and unique because we're usually rooting for developers for different reasons. How can they build upon this sequel? How different is this new IP going to be? But with Bluepoint Games, we're strictly thinking, what could they be working on next? We already know it's going to be great. But with this news, I definitely want to know what you think. Do you think we're going to see something crazy like the Mass Effect trilogy on PS4 and Xbox One? While I do love Mass Effect 1, there's probably a bunch of rough edges that need to be smoothed out. Be sure to let me know what game or series you would love Bluepoint to take on next. Also, be sure to let me know what you think of these news videos. I plan on doing a bit more of them just to see how they go. I would love some feedback, and as always, I will talk to you guys later.